Back at Darlington, and we are underway once again in the South Carolina 200 presented by Applebee's. Mike Skinner leads Jason Keller into turn 1.
And Kevin Harvick on the inside the 2 car makes a move, gets by the 18 of McLaughlin, goes to 11th.
There's Jeff Burton up to the inside to try and pick up a spot. That's 13th on Jamie McMurray.
Battle for lead as Jason Keller, the 57, looked on the inside of Mike Skinner. Here he comes again.
They ran 26 laps under the caution plus the 23.5-minute red flag, and now we're back at it here in Darlington. Dave Burns has an update for us on Steve Park. Dave, what's going on?
Alan, I'm standing by with Kathy Mock, who is the Director of Public Relations here at Darlington. Kathy, what can you tell us about Steve Park's condition?
Steve Park was taken to Carolina's hospital system in Florence, South Carolina. About 5 minutes away, he was transported by chopper. He was alert and communicating, and that's all the information that we have right now.
When they took him out of the car, he was awake, he was conscious?
Yes, he was alert and talking.
Okay, well, that's the update. The very first word from the raceway is very good news, guys, and we'll just hope for continued good news about Steve Park.
Wow, that's great.
That is fantastic news. Now we can really get back to racing.
Further updates on Steve as they become available. Back to the race. McLaughlin, Burton, Grubb racing for 11th, 12th, and 13th.
Come on, Jeff, gain some spots.
Very good, BP.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
Hey, look at that, 24th, and he's up to 12th, so he's gained 12 already.
He knows how to run this racetrack. He's really good here.
Won this race in 1997, did Jeff Burton. Also been to victory lane on a couple of occasions in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series here. That's Mike Skinner in the 21, Jason Keller in the 57.
What's up with this paint job on Skinner's car?
Would you like to know?
Yeah, I really would, because it looks like somebody just threw paint at it.
I will tell you, that is the result of a contest among his sponsor Rockwell's employees. Dave?
Well, those employees are here this weekend, and it's a great little contest. Actually, the 16-year-old son of one of the employees, and Alan, if you've got the name, you can jump in, because I'm scrambling for it on my notepad right now.
How about Chris Kettle?
That's the guy. And in fact, they said that he drew it out on paper and then gave it to the graphics people, and they made it all up. And his whole family's here this weekend. They're having a ball seeing their car on the track.
You asked, we told.
Sorry I asked.
Lap 43, brought to you by STP.
You'll get some more if you want to.
Oh, here we go. I don't think Happy wants a 9 car to get by. Ran him down almost to the inside wall. Now he's going back on the inside. Oh.
And that's classic here for Darlington. If you go into turn 1 and you're low, you're going to slide all the way to the top of the racetrack. So the guy behind you can cut underneath you and get down like exactly how Mr. Harvick did it.
So Jeff Burton is up to 11th. McLaughlin is 12th. Kevin Grubb is trying to get that from him. Tracking Greg Biffle and Elton Sawyer. Remember, they took different choices on those tire stops way back at the end of the red flag. Biffle is already up to 19th. And Sawyer, just changing the one tire, has only made it back to 27th. And as for Ryan Newman, up to 20th. From the back of the field.
All right, here we go again. Jeff Burton this time has a run on Harvick, and this time Harvick decides he's not going to run him down on the inside.
Burton to 10th.
Hear him squeeze off that throttle over off turn 2.
Talking about Newman a minute ago, he just took 19th away from Jamie McMurray in the 27, Marty.
Yeah, you think those new tires helped, guys? I would say they did. They restarted 31st on lap 38th, and here we are about 7 laps later, and they are already up to 19th, and he's moving through the field.
There's Greg Biffle, a 60 car, trying to get on the inside of Dan Partisan, 32.
Last time we saw.
And look at this. Here comes Newman. Just drives by Biffle.
Clear low.
And there again, the guy on the outside in that position has got to get off the gas.
Matt Kenseth, 5th place. Trying to take it away from Lyndon Amick.
Whoa, he got loose right there. Matt got real loose up there.
And here comes Kenny Wallace.
Now 35 car will probably have to get off the throttle and let him go. Tried cutting underneath him, but couldn't pull that one off.
Clear, baby. That's it. Nice and smooth. Clear at the back by 3. Come on.
That's Kenny Wallace's spotter. What's his name again? Kenny Wallace's
Big boy.
spotter.
Big boy?
Big boy?
Fat boy.
Yeah.
Fat boy, huh?
Lyndon Amick making a rare appearance this season, Dave.
And of course, he's got Tony Lambert as his crew chief, and Lambert was the guy that took Mark Martin to all those Busch Series wins, including a bunch here at Darlington. Lyndon radioed in that he was a little bit tight going into the corner, and I think that was evidenced by the way he got past there. That's about the only thing wrong with the car right now. That's a car they feel very good about because, again, crew chief Tony Lambert knew what kind of setup to throw at it.
Lyndon Amick making only his 5th start of the NASCAR Busch Series season. Looking down on Darlington Raceway from our U.S. Army Skycam. An Army of 1.
We see Jeff Burton. We saw him pass Kevin Harvick just a couple of laps ago. But Kevin Harvick is nowhere in the picture. Jeff Burton is just simply driven away from it. Oh, Jimmy Johnson. Tail's a little happy, isn't it? Just waving to everyone.
8th place for Johnson. Burton's in 9th. In fact, Harvick has lost 3 positions since Burton passed him. Jeffrey Bodine's got some problems. Let's get an update from Matt.
The misfortunes do continue for the 66 team. Jeffrey's pulled the 66 behind the wall. Apparently something electrical amiss on this Tripartite Chevrolet. The battery is dead. They're checking different parts of the electrical system. They're going to change the battery. But obviously bad luck has hit Jeffrey once again.
Also behind the wall are Mark Voigt, Drew White, the Brad Teague cars, Michael Dawkins, Tina Gordon, and Ricky Sanders. All those cars are out of the race, along with the machines of Steve Park and Larry Foy.
Jeff Burton just goes by the 35 car to move into the 8th position. I'm sorry, 7th position.
Inside. Clear behind him. Clear low.
This is 13th place.
All around. 2 back to 26. He's got a little bit of a run. Still clear.
Dave, what's going on with Harvick?
Clear. Coming inside.
Harvick right now, Alan, is a little bit tight. Before they stopped for the rain earlier, he was loose, but I think that just had to do with the rain. But now that car has gone tight, and guys like Ryan Newman are just having a field day with him.
Ryan Newman was down on the apron, getting underneath that 2 car down there in 1 and 2. He was way low.
Well, we said it was going to be fun to watch him come through the pack.
And so far it has been. Kevin Harvick, the 2 cars backed up to 14th position.
Mike Skinner still leading Jason Keller. They put a little bit of distance on 3rd place Jeff Green. About 2 seconds back to 3rd place. So far, a pretty good race for Skinner, Dave.
So far, Alan, but I want to have Benny check the front grille of that car. Remember, Benny, when we had Matt Kenseth at Michigan, he had all kinds of stuff on there, and he had stuff that I couldn't see, but your eagle eye caught. Well, right now, apparently there's a hot dog wrapper on Mike Skinner's front grille, and the car is running a little hot. He's radioed that in. Gives it maybe a little bit more downforce, but when they start covering up that front grille, the temperatures go up in the motor, and that's not good.
Hey,
Let's go
Dave.
to Marty.
Hey, that's a cheeseburger wrapper, Dave, not a hot dog wrapper. Marty.
And guys, I think he's a little more worried about the man behind him, Jason Keller. This is when Jason thinks his car is going to come in. They were very good on the long runs in happy hour yesterday. I asked him how the car felt in happy hour. He said uncomfortable, but that's the way it's supposed to feel at Darlington. He said if the car is comfortable to you at Darlington, you're not going to be fast on Saturday or Sunday.
Let's talk a little strategy here just for a second as we check on Jimmy Johnson trying to defend his spot. That's 10th place, Kevin Grubb. Ryan Newman coming through.
And Grubb saw that 0-2 car coming, and he said, I know that's a fast car. Let me get out of the way before I get run over. Oh.
Impatience will bite you here.
Like I said, this racetrack really doesn't like inexperienced drivers.
He's got the position.
But I'll tell you, it might like talented race car drivers, and Ryan Newman is very, very talented.
Bobby Hamilton Jr. passing Kevin Grubb. Maybe not for long. That's what I just love about that corner here at this racetrack. Let's talk strategy here for a second. We had 26 laps under the yellow flag. We're now at lap 57. At some point, normally in a race, you get around lap 50, you're going to want to pit for tires if you get a caution flag. How long do these guys run before they come in on the green?
How many laps of caution flag did you say we had?
26.
So that's about 13 laps of green. So I think they could probably go 60, 65 laps of green flag racing. Probably 80 laps on the board before they make a stop. Between 75 and 80.
Because all those laps under caution and the red for rain and all that have thrown the pre-race pit stop plan out the window.
Oh, yes.
Let's get a further update on Larry Foyt. Here's Liz.
And I'm back. We are back again with Kathy Mott. Kathy, can you give us an update on Larry Foyt?
Yes, Larry Foyt's being treated in the infield care center. He's in stable condition. They're going to keep him in here for a little while longer just for observation purposes, but he is stable condition.
Which is great news, as we said before. Alan?
All right, Liz, thank you. Again, Steve Park was alert and talking when he was taken from his race car. He was transported to a local hospital. A further update as soon as we can, but certainly that's good news for as difficult as the situation looked over there in turn number 2 a little while back.
Greg Biffle, the 60 car, and Kevin Harvick both gets by the Dr. Pepper car, Bobby Hamilton Jr. There's Hamilton.
That's going to shuffle him back to 16th place.
And Randy LaJoy, the 7 car, gets by as well.
I heard a rumor about LaJoy this week, Benny. I heard that his 40th birthday party was held last Saturday night, and they kind of had our broadcast from Bristol on in the background, but I heard things were a little bit wild.
Knowing Randy, I would think that was correct. By the way, you know who else had a birthday Tuesday? Kelly Earnhardt Home, Dale's daughter.
Kevin Grubb on Lyndon Amick. 10th place at stake here.
Oh, boy, I tell you, these guys are really losing the back off these corners 2 and 4.
And usually what happens when you're coming out before there, Benny, when you're underneath the guy, you get into a push. And the car, so you start turning the wheel more, and then it jumps loose when you get out of the corner. So that's probably exactly what happened.
Jason Keller still applying pressure to Mike Skinner for the race lead, but still not gotten by. Jeffrey Bodine coming back out from behind the wall. He's in 35th position, 17 laps down.
Boy, look how much lower on the racetrack Jason Keller is running than Mike Skinner. I noticed off turn 2 that Skinner was using all the racetrack, going up very, very high off 2. If we follow the 21 watch, Wally, how he really uses the gray area up off turn 2. Watch this, huh? Wow.
They stayed with him.
Using it all.
So far, he hasn't gotten around him. .63 laps complete in the South Carolina 200 presented by Applebee's. Mike Skinner is your leader.